That's what President Trump posted on Truth Social about the reported progress on a peace plan to stop the war in Ukraine. But Democratic Senator Mark Warner tells Fox News Sunday,
this initial plan would be a total capitulation by Ukraine. I think it would go down, frankly, as a historically bad deal.
But Secretary of State Marco Rubio disagrees and said after talks in Geneva yesterday,
I think this is a very, very meaningful, I would say probably best meeting and day we've had so far in this entire process, going back to when we first came into office in January.
A joint statement says there's now a refined peace framework after yesterday's talks. Rubio says they're working from an earlier document that the U.S. put together weeks ago with input from Russia and Ukraine, and that's notable after a bipartisan group of lawmakers said this was not a U.S. proposal and warned against giving in to Russian demands.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera at the White House. President Trump hopes to get Ukraine to agree by Thanksgiving, as a ceasefire deal he brokered for Gaza remains strained. Israeli airstrikes over the weekend killed 20 people after claiming Hamas breached the truce.
There's meant to be a ceasefire too between Israel and the Lebanon-based group Hezbollah. Israel, though, killed a senior member of that organization and several other people in an airstrike on a southern suburb of Beirut. Israeli officials say the militants are trying to rebuild their capabilities. Hezbollah accusing Israel of crossing a red line.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. In Nigeria, 50 of the kids kidnapped Friday from a Catholic school have escaped, but 253 other children and 12 teachers still being held captive. A reggae music legend has died, Jimmy Cliff.
I can see clearly now.
His cover of that song was Jimmy Cliff's best charting song in the U.S. from the Cool Runnings soundtrack. An icon in Jamaica, Jimmy Cliff is also a rock and roll Hall of Famer. He died at the age of 81. America's listening to Fox News.
Bad breath is a confidence killer. You can have the best outfit, the sharpest resume, the funniest jokes, but if your breath smells like the food you just ate, that's all people remember. It's not your fault. Bad breath often comes from your gut, and most regular gums and mints just cover it up. That's like spraying perfume on dirty laundry. It doesn't solve the problem. That's where Zellman's Minty Mouth comes in. Zellman's is not just another mint. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules are coated with powerful, delicious mint and filled with parsley seed oil, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders. Garlic, onions, coffee, even smoker's breath. All handled. With Zellman's, you get the confidence of fresh, clean breath that lasts for hours, because your breath should be as fresh as your food. Zellman's is only available online, so go to Zellmans.com. That's ZELMINS.com and use code FRESH for 15% off your first order. That's ZELMINS.com with code FRESH for 15% off your first order today. Backed by a 100% love it or your money back guarantee.
As the U.S. military continues an operation off the Venezuelan coast targeting illegal drug traffickers with more than 20 strikes blowing up boats, killing dozens of alleged narco-terrorists, several airlines have canceled flights to and from Venezuela. The operation also led to a controversy. 6 Democrats posted a video that angered President Trump, urging members of the military to consider refusing to carry out orders that are unconstitutional.
All 6 Democrats, 2 Senate and 4 House members have been called traitors by President Trump, who said on social media their actions are punishable by death. Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin said she's concerned about troops in cities, but she also believes
there are some legal gymnastics that are going on with these Caribbean strikes and everything related to Venezuela.
Republican Congressman Michael McCall of Texas said he doesn't think there's anything illegal about the operations on Venezuelan ships.
To stop a threat, in this case the threat of drugs, coming into our country and killing Americans.
Both were on ABC's This Week. The White House said the president was not seeking to have those Democrats put to death. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
There was a manhunt for an escapee over the weekend, someone who became infamous over a decade ago.
A Wisconsin woman convicted in the so-called Slender Man stabbing has been captured after going missing. Police say 23-year-old Morgan Geyser was found near a Chicago area truck stop about 24 hours after leaving an Illinois group home. Geyser was just 12 when she and a friend stabbed a classmate more than a dozen times to please a fictional horror character. The victim survived.
That's Fox's Marianne Rafferty. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before a lighter Thanksgiving trading week. There's a new #1 movie.
It's more important than ever that you lift everyone's spirits.
Wicked for Good had a huge weekend, topping the box office with a $150 million opening, more than the original. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. After a fire broke out last Wednesday at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church in Champaign, associate pastor now says he believes it was a targeted incident. The pastor said a rock found inside the church's entryway next to a shattered window. Millions traveling this week for Thanksgiving. It's expected to be the busiest travel period in 15 years. With all the extra people on the road, AAA says 81 million travelers will venture at least 50 miles from home between tomorrow and Sunday. In response, local law enforcement is stepping up patrols. For the third year in a row, Thanksgiving dinner prices in Illinois going down. The Illinois Farm Bureau said the turkey prices have dropped around 16%, just over $1 per pound. Other Thanksgiving staples like stuffing and pie crust also getting cheaper. Food experts say your best bet is to shop around your favorite stores and find the best prices on turkey. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, you can find some pretty good prices. You just have to look around a little bit. Well, good morning. It is Monday. It is November 24. But
that's accurate.
Cheated and look. Short week.
Yep. Exciting for me yesterday, being at the Soldier Field for that Chicago Bears win.
How about that, Greg? She was at Soldier
You were
Field.
there?
Yeah.
Wow. I was there.
Beautiful day.
Cool. So fun.
Were you in the sun?
I was.
Oh, nice.
Towards the end, though, we were getting in the shade, but still, just a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
How did these Steelers fans? Because there was a fair turnout there from those guys. I'm just asking because of Mrs. Weather Forecaster. That's all. So.
I see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, lots of yellow and black
What
scattered around, and they had rally towels too. So.
Everywhere you go in the NFL, there are fans there. Are they just from Chicago that transplanted from Pittsburgh? You can't travel like nobody can do that.
I don't know. And
I think they could be natives and living here, or even making the travel of it.
Well,
That's maybe 8.5, 9 hour drive. So
Bears play Philadelphia on Friday. And I bet you there'll be a lot of Bear fans. I think they're in Philadelphia and they're from Chicago.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think people travel except family. They can afford to travel with their husbands and stuff. So
Right. And I wondered, with Chicago being such a diverse mecca for people all over the world, I heard so many different accents. And the lady was from Germany that I saw in the restroom. She had left her rings on the sink, and they weren't there when she came back.
What?
And I was like, oh, man.
Why are you taking your rings off?
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, my.
So thankfully, I directed her to an attendant who had just walked in. So maybe somebody turned them into lost
I
and
hope so.
found. I don't know
Yes, exactly.
how that turned out.
Well, okay, here we go. 7:08. If my voice isn't sounding 100%, I'm fighting. I'm actually over the hump.
Okay, good.
But had kind of a coldish weekend, but back at it here for a short week before the Soliers pack up and go to Pittsburgh Wednesday night. So
The Wednesday night, last flight out of O'Hare, I think on United. This is just the best we could figure it out. So, and it's actually cheaper. It was cheaper to come back Saturday versus Sunday. So we're going to do that. So
that's what my wife and I did when we first got married. We travel on Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. And we get to the airport 3 hours early and say, hey, do you need our seats? And they go, oh, man, it's overcrowded. Well, we're here and we're flexible. And we would actually create 3 or 4 vacations getting bumped because back in those days, they gave you free tickets no matter where they flew.
That's right.
In the contiguous USA and Puerto Rico. Anyway, so we took advantage of that as a young couple that just married and didn't have the funds to maybe fly everywhere. Anyway, it's good to he's a businessman. He's got to get home, man. Not interested in getting
well, but you could in this kind of technology, I can do this from Cucamonga. We've done it from the Keys. We've done it from Pittsburgh before.
That's
Baltimore,
true.
So
well, get to the Saturday's not as crowded. Sunday would be a mess. That's for sure.
Yes. So Wednesday is going to be a little chancy, and then we're going to come back as the snow starts flying around here.
Oh, boy. Let's talk about that. Meteorologist Greg Solier, and weather brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, 1 in 5 people in the U.S. do not know they have diabetes, a common health complication, and they have tips for prevention and management at carl.org.
All right, sir. What say you this Thanksgiving week?
Well, just like we have laid out around here, travel to the north and west, getting increasingly more, thought-provoking, we'll put it that way, over the first part of the holiday weekend. And we're going to get close enough that we'll have to keep an eye on maybe some back-and-forth moisture between Sunday and more so Monday of next week, which starts meteorological winter time. We're getting ever so close to the rain-snow line, and we'll be ebbing and flowing back and forth for now. The full-blown body of Arctic air does not completely come south, just little pieces of it, and that'll keep the active of weather pattern going around here, particularly over the back end of the holiday weekend and going forward well into the month of December. So be ready for that. And be ready out the door this morning. The return of low clouds and fog and 36-degree readings at Willard and Savoy. They're down about a 3/16 of a mile visibility there. So fractions of a mile dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. Then we keep it overcast. There's some rain creeping in as close in as just west of St. Louis. We may see some of that to the west and south later this afternoon and towards evening time. But not bad on temperatures. 52 today, 47 tonight with overnight rain and then a little rain tomorrow morning in areas of fog. Mostly cloudy, mild tomorrow at 57. But we turn breezy, colder with first little lobe of cold air moves in later tomorrow night, Wednesday. And maybe a snow flurry or two. 32 tomorrow night, near 40 on Wednesday. But we're dry other than a snow flurry. Partly sunny, windy, colder. Thanksgiving Day, 35. Maybe a snow flurry in the air. We'll be down in the teens here on Friday morning up to 34. Then back and forth between some snow and some rain. Some mixed moisture to the north and west. Saturday, rain perhaps here on Sunday and low clouds and fog. We'll get to the 30s on Saturday, 40s on Sunday, upper 30s and drop as the rain shifts over to snow here later in the day next Monday.
Uh-oh.
For Stevie Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
No accumulation mentioned, I heard, though.
No, not quite yet. We're working on that part of it. That's later next week, I think.
Oh, boy. All right, thank you, my friend. It's Greg Solier, meteorologist. All right, 712 ESPN 93.5. Boy, we're a busy weekend shooting in Chicago. Diane had not heard that when she went to Millennial Park.
I parked in Millennial Park.
It was right there at Wacker, and I mean, they Millennial Park where they had the Christmas tree lighting Friday night.
Oh my goodness!
And shots fired, 8 shot, 1 dead, 14-year-old kid died. It was 300 teens that were there. They kind of did a riot, and that's what we got. Chicago, Illinois. At Millennial Park, that's like a nice...
I know it is.
The Bean, I've been there. Sure.
Yep, I've got some pictures there from yesterday.
Actually, the last time I was there were all kinds of police there. I don't know. What do you do with a teenager that doesn't have anybody telling them how to live and how to grow up? Because something's falling apart.
That's right.
Okay, the Fighting Illini basketball team did well.
Yes.
They won by 40. They play again tonight.
That's University of Texas Rio Grande Valley at 7 o'clock tonight.
Okay. And we do have tickets if you want to win a pair.
That's right. You can text in 359-2255, Illini. You could win from Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops and 2 locations for Jets Pizza.
Okay, so there's that and the football game.
We have to go there.
Well, we need to cover it.
Okay.
It was not good.
Wisconsin won 27-10.
Yeah, Brett Bielema said, why you have expectations is because of past performances. Last year we won 10. If you want to break it down and be very objective, it could have been 6. 6-6.
Yeah.
We caught some breaks at the end of a couple of those games.
We sure did.
We go and beat a really good South Carolina team in the bowl. The Cheez-It or whatever it was. And so the building this year was everybody's coming back. But again, did we over-evaluate what we had? We had a bunch of older people playing, but were they the talent level that we need to really play in a playoff? So I'll give you a different, fresh perspective. While this was a bad Illinois football loss, fine from the standpoint of the season for me.
Okay.
I came in wanting a bowl. We're going to go to 3 bowls in 4 years. Good luck finding that. Maybe John Makovic? Maybe 80s and early 90s? Brother Johnny's jumped in. Johnny, we're going to a bowl game. We probably lost Florida with that performance against Wisconsin. We're not going down. We're not going that warm.
Okay.
But we are going to postseason. And so you got these expectations from those that expected a playoff. This is a disappointment, a major disappointment. I'm sorry in advance. I know my team. I know my town. There's not going to be very many at the Northwestern game. And it's not reflective of not being happy at a bowl. It's reflective of Saturday night after Thanksgiving. Kids are gone. It's going to be cold and blah, blah, blah. And nobody's going to want to go to a football game when we're already in bowl.
Well, whatever you say, that really was a disappointing showing.
It was a really bad game, but I went into the season simply wanting 6 wins. So for me, I'm okay because I didn't expect it.
Well, I did expect them to win that game. And I think we got to buck it up to beat Northwestern because they're playing pretty good.
Yeah, they're playing
right.
And we thought we were
over Minnesota on Saturday.
I think the real disappointment is we thought we were cut above worrying about Northwestern next week. You know what I'm saying?
No, right. No,
and
right.
We are. And the same goes for Wisconsin, who'd won 3 games.
Yeah.
I know they were playing better.
They were playing better,
but they had won 3 games, and that doesn't.
You can't have an offensive line that looked like that.
Yeah,
I mean, that looked like Duke. The
but
first
they
half
played
of Duke.
some good games, so you got to wonder what.
I don't understand.
Went south.
How do you possibly beat USC?
No kidding. That was a great game.
I don't get it.
And look, we held Ohio State out.
Yeah.
And now Wisconsin's coming through. It was not our best, as Dick would like to say.
No, that's
not
right.
our best.
Is there pressure to make a change at defensive coordinator? A lot of buzz about that.
Well, usually, yeah, you change something because we didn't meet expectations. I just don't know how many guys we're going to lose and where we're going to find the replacements.
No quarterback, all the offensive line, I think the defensive line. I got a theory. I'll ask Johnny about it coming up. Check your sports headlines.
Well, and Luke Altmaier ended up having 248 yards.
Yeah, but how many times was he hit?
I know.
He was hit. He was sacked, 8 times?
He's a tough. That's
oh
a
my
tough
gosh!
guy.
Yeah.
Because he got hit, Johnny, 20 times. And he go back and have to start scrambling around to get. And they had a 4-man rush. I have 5 guys on the line.
But we got 50 yards on the ground, Diane.
Yep.
Can't run the ball.
That's right. And so, again, a Northwestern who ended up beating Minnesota, and that was a tight game. I had the score
38-35.
What's their record, by the way? They playing for
6
a bowl
and 5.
game?
No, they're
Okay.
in. They're in. That's good.
Yeah, right.
Right. So that game's at 6:30.
They'll be a handful. It'll be a handful to beat. Northwestern always plays us well.
You know,
They knocked us out of a bowl 2 years ago here. So
some Illini fans saying maybe it's the 6:30 start since we haven't done that in so long. Your biorhythms and all that.
No.
Okay.
It was. I hate to say it. Based on everything, it was kind of embarrassing.
Well, I thought that we were, I could concede maybe the playoff would just a cut below that, but top 25 team easy, and here we are.
Yeah, I know.
So
now
Unity Rockets
they beat
playing
Washington.
on all
They beat Washington.
cylinders.
No, I know
Wisconsin
they played
beat Washington, and
They
didn't
played
come close.
They played 3 pretty good games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
all right, yeah. Unity High School
Yes.
edges. I mean, it was Johnny was
What
there.
a game.
What a game!
51-44 over the SJO Spartans.
I heard they were great because at St. Joe you can't see anything.
Why can't you see?
Well, there
You're
were
not
some
in the
bleachers you
bleachers?
could see some.
I mean, 2,500 fans.
Well, but
Yeah.
we're just standing around then.
Well, and they had construction, but they still wanted to play the game. So on our side, from about the 40 around to the end zone, you could, and the end zone was blocked off until way back, and then it was closed for about 40% of our side. And they did have some rental bleachers that were, if you could find a seat on them, that you were good. But if you were along the fence, you couldn't
Forget
see
it.
anything.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
they had 4 portalettes.
Okay, nice,
So huge.
helped. Let's check your weather. Brought to you by Urbana Park District.
The Turkey Trot is coming up, stepping off at 9 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning. You can get there after 8 at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana and learn all the details about the Turkey Trot Thanksgiving morning. UrbanaParks.org.
All right, we check your weather. Our meteorologist, Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. Areas of fog much of the day with an overcast sky. A little rain to the west and southwest of us. Later this afternoon towards evening time, the high up to about 52. Light south wind. Period to a steady rain for tonight. Areas of fog not as chilly. Lows down to 47. 57 tomorrow. Light west wind, but a little bit of rain and some areas of fog in the morning hours. Will turn breezy and colder tomorrow night. Low down to 32. And a windy and colder spell of Wednesday and Thursday. Have that stout west-northwest wind 20 to 30 and gusty, partly sunny skies, a couple of snow flurries, and near 40 on Wednesday. Not out of the mid-30s on Thanksgiving Day Thursday. Cold at 18 Friday morning, the high around 34. Complex, messy weather system brings some mixed snow, sleet, freezing rain over to rain on Saturday. Some rain and perhaps a little snow to the north and west Sunday. And back into some rain changing to snow Monday next week. High temperatures in the mid-30s on Saturday, low 40s on Sunday, back to the upper 30s and dropping next Monday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Okay, I'm going to give you my thoughts on recruiting. I have an idea.
Okay.
And did you see Texas Tech played at Purdue?
I did not see that.
It was the biggest beatdown Texas Tech, he thinks, has ever taken. Purdue, and we played Texas Tech. It was a heck of a game, and Purdue smoked them.
Okay.
Give you more details on that next time for your Fox Business at 7:20 ESPN 93.5.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Amazon is facing some turbulence in Italy, where police carried out searches and seizures at 2 Amazon sites as part of an investigation into alleged smuggling of Chinese goods. This according to Reuters, which reports that dozens of officers from the tax police there and the customs agency seized around 5,000 products at a logistics hub operated by the e-commerce giant in the northern province of Bergamo. At the same time, other tax police officers conducted IT-related seizures at Amazon's headquarters in Milan. Shares of Bayer are jumping after the German healthcare company said a late-stage trial of a stroke drug met its goals. The company says that of the 12 million people who suffer a stroke each year, 20 to 30% will be a recurrent stroke. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. Join me every Tuesday as we cover the full range of topics that are on your mind and speak with some brilliant, talented, thoughtful women and men who have excelled in their respective fields and careers. Plus, every Thursday is your turn. You get to be the lawyer and you get to ask the questions about whatever is foremost on your mind.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868, Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Experience the music and magic this holiday season of Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 4th through the 7th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, the Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, 2 Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. A delightful tradition for the entire family. Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker.
Just like a great football coach, he comes up with a game plan. He plans on doing the right thing at the right time. Winter is a great time to make home improvements such as new siding, windows, gutters, garage doors, and even phantom screens. So don't get uptight, relax, and enjoy the game. Just don't drop the ball. Call Dillman Brothers and score big. 217-344-8290. You can also contact us by email on our website, DILLMANbrothers.com. Get your exterior in shape. No rookies, only pros at Dillman Brothers.
Gail Frericks Trucking.
Well, this is some of the most stressful times in the office for Beth and Donna, or they're under the pressure of making sure that every driver is home for Thanksgiving, which they do. We like our drivers, so we make it a paid holiday for them on Thanksgiving to be home. And, of course, we have to service the customers, so some drivers do have to leave, that weekend. Some of them even deliver on Friday, but everybody is home on Thursday.
It's awesome. And you try it as a rule to have your drivers, men and women, home on the weekends normally, right?
That is the number one rule in operations is that drivers are home every weekend, because if they don't have a good family life and good home time, quality home time, they're not going to be safe and productive when they're out on their job.
It's a really great philosophy.
It's a difficult job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All good. Okay, Tim, how can people reach you guys?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. Reach me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4.
Well, Johnny has had an incredible pick the NFL games, win or lose, no point spreads involved. His streak went to 26 correct picks in a row, which is 67 million to 1.
That's assuming it's a 50-50 pick, because it is.
26 correct picks in a row. That's crazy.
And I actually had all the teams again this week, except I picked my Saints to beat Atlanta.
Darn
For
it.
1 point.
1 point.
1 point.
You think you give me 1 point?
Yeah. But no, they
couldn't do it.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? I had Dallas.
Yeah.
21 to nothing.
A good one.
I had the Jaguars overtime, Kansas City overtime. It's 50-50. So I really around the pool guys, I do like to brag about what I know, but it's wildly random.
Right.
And you just will flip a coin and call it.
Carolina at San Francisco tonight.
I
Who
do
you
have
got?
San Francisco tonight. And I hope if they win, I'll win the pool. So.
Yeah.
217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. Steve, Diane, John. I thought Illinois was flat. They could not meet the energy level of Wisconsin. Was not a lot of emotion. Disappointed because I thought they would come out with high energy because Bielema used to coach at Wisconsin. Thanks,
Well,
Rick.
we came out with high energy when that former basketball player, Ben Brusk, years ago, what do he call it? Crap type team. And Bielema went up there, and after Illinois beat them 34-10 about 3 years ago, they fired the coach that day.
Okay.
And the coach was one win away from matching Bielema's record total.
I'll be darned.
They fired Paul Chryst by Sunday.
Oh, that's right, Paul Chryst.
Anyway, it's it was a baddie. It really was. I was really disappointed. I did not expect. It just didn't look like we had a chance. I mean, it was one of those. We can't run it. We can't pass it. And their 7-point a game offense was just rolling.
That's the other thing. They haven't scored like that. So we were not in the right mindset, I guess. Maybe they figured, well, we're going to bowl game, but not the playoffs. So what difference does it make? But it was a big game because we could have won 10 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Well, we could get 9 to be a record. If you get to 9, you win.
Well, we just need to buck it up and play well against Northwestern, and there'll be some fans out there. We got some hardy fans.
Yeah. Yeah, I would encourage them. You're saying goodbye to Luke Altmaier and all the seniors.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Okay, so Purdue played Texas Tech, a team we beat.
Now you're talking about basketball.
Basketball.
Okay, you switched sports on me.
Purdue played Texas Tech in basketball, and they beat them by 30. And Texas Tech coach came to the microphone after the game. He looked pale. He said, that's about as good as a beatdown we've ever had. Ever. I mean, they got pounded. And so Purdue apparently is the number one team. I watched them play Oakland and didn't think they were the number one team. But they get up for the big games. They got a heck of a system. They got Braden Smith, could be the player of the year in college basketball.
Wow.
And he's really good. They got another 7'4" guy. He's not Zach Edey, but he's tall.
Texas Tech's ranked 15. So 86-56 was the final on Friday.
Yeah, I think it shocked a lot of people. It was that big of a difference. I think both Purdue and Illinois now have to go to Lubbock, Texas next year. So they'll be looking forward. We got to go to Lubbock. Well, that's not a big gym, and it'll be hard. It'll be hard to beat.
It's easy to find at night. It's only light within 200 miles in any direction.
That's right. Wow. Lubbock's in the middle of nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my theory on recruitment in football.
Okay, let's hear it, Steve J.
Why would I not commit, since Illinois football probably spends, 15 to 17 million?
Okay.
I will commit $8 million to my offensive and defensive lines. If you give me time, I can dump it to a halfback. If you have time, a lot of quarterbacks can complete a pass. If you have a defensive rush that can get to the quarterback with 4 guys, huge.
Well, usually if you can protect your quarterback, you can also run a little bit. So,
yeah.
Well, that's what Jim Harbaugh did at Michigan. He just spent all his money on the line, and it worked out for him.
Can you get a 4-star guy on the line and not going to Ohio State and not going to Oregon? Can you get him for $500,000 these days?
I
don't know.
Well, I don't know about the money, but Brett Bielema's a good recruiter. He can get him.
I think he can.
But I mean, it now becomes a market thing.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I wonder what the Georgias are paying for an offensive tackle.
But you also have to see, the thing you do have an advantage in recruiting, which is, you play to your strengths, which might be your weakness. They'll play here. You go to Georgia, good luck, son. You may not get to play.
Yeah.
And the same goes for Michigan and Ohio State.
Well, if you get a 4 or 5-star guy and you're starting your freshman year.
That's here, yeah.
You're here, not there.
No, you got a lot of disappointed guys at some of those big schools. They like winning, but they want to play football. And
if that's what I would put enormous amount of money, more than any other Big Ten team, maybe except Ohio State and Michigan. I would spend that kind of money on my line because isn't a lot one in the trenches, and aren't these guys generally schluffed off? Because you got to get a quarterback and a running back. A lot of running backs can hit the hole if it's there.
But you still need good running backs and quarterback and receivers. So,
but
how many NFL quarterbacks
can drop back and throw a completion if they have time.
100%.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, every single one of them. I'll tell you.
I've got some clips on this Monday. Stand by. We'll play them next. It is Monday morning. This is November 24. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Doozy.
Good morning.
Brother Johnny's with me. We'll be right back.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump expected to welcome Ukrainian President Zelensky to the White House as soon as this week. Fox's Madeline Rivera has more on the effort by Secretary of State Marco Rubio to stop Russia's war.
A joint statement says there's now a refined peace framework after yesterday's talks. Rubio says they're working from an earlier document that the U.S. put together weeks ago with input from Russia and Ukraine, and that's notable after a bipartisan group of lawmakers said this was not a U.S. proposal.
Court date in Brooklyn, New York for suspended Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and former NBA player Damon Jones. Feds accuse them of being connected to a mafia-backed poker and gambling scheme. And reggae singer Jimmy Cliff dies at the age of 81. Star since the 1960s, he carried the sound of Jamaica to a world stage. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. One person pronounced dead at the scene of a crash in Champaign County Saturday night after police said a truck crashed into a tree on Route 10 near Monroe Street in Bonneville. Police say the pickup truck heading westbound on Illinois Route 10 just west of Monroe Street when it drove off the right side, hitting a tree. Brian Maxwell, an assistant research scientist and project engineer for the University of Illinois, one of 22 candidates running for Dick Durbin's soon-to-be vacant seat in the U.S. Senate. Maxwell's platform has 3 core agenda points: anti-war, Medicare for all, and taxing all billionaires. Maxwell grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. Millions traveling this week for the Thanksgiving holiday. It's expected to be the busiest travel time in 15 years. With all the extra people on the road, AAA says 81 million travelers will venture at least 50 miles from home between tomorrow and Sunday. In response, local law enforcement will be stepping up patrols. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. Our weather brought to you by Busey for over 157 years, member FDIC. And by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Kurt Lenschow are there. All right, with a peek at this week's weather, here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. Areas of fog much of the day with an overcast sky. A little rain to the west and southwest of us. Later this afternoon towards evening time, the high up to about 52, light south wind. Parity to a steady rain for tonight. Areas of fog not as chilly, lows down to 47. 57 tomorrow, light west wind, but a little bit of rain and some areas of fog in the morning hours. We'll turn breezy colder tomorrow night, low down to 32. And a windy, colder spell of Wednesday, and Thursday. Have that stout west-northwest wind cut to 30 and gusty, partly sunny skies, a couple of snow flurries, and near 40 on Wednesday. Not out of the mid-30s on Thanksgiving Day Thursday. Cold at 18 Friday morning, the high around 34. Complex, messy weather system brings some mixed snow, sleet, freezing rain over to rain on Saturday. Some rain and perhaps a little snow to the north and west Sunday. And back into some rain changing to snow Monday next week. High temperatures in the mid-30s on Saturday, low 40s on Sunday. Back to the upper 30s and dropping next Monday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Well, how about the Bears, huh?
Oh, yeah. Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Diane was at the game in Soldier Field yesterday.
Good job, Diane.
Thank you. And they play this song, and they thankfully have the words up on the scoreboard.
Well,
after
I had
score.
those Bears. I had them winning in another way that they did it against Pittsburgh, and the quarterback for Pittsburgh wasn't that bad.
Mason Rudolph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping to see a little Aaron Rodgers action just to say I saw him in action.
No, the Bears wanted him. They wanted him.
He had, that left fracture on his wrist. So, yeah.
All right, Bears to win. You can listen.
31-28 over
Jeff
Pittsburgh.
Joniak on Q96.
Yeah.
We carry all the broadcasts for the Chicago Bears.
Had Green Bay over the Vikings 23-6. Kansas City took down the Colts 23-20
in overtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Colts are 8-6. Kansas City 6-5.
I think
8-3. I mean,
yeah. The Colts are good.
Carolina and San Francisco tonight.
Yep. All right. So Afton Ben, BEHN, state representative down in Tennessee.
Okay.
Running for Congress to represent Nashville. That could flip a seat.
Okay.
Mark Green quit, so now they have a December election. Afton Ben to represent Nashville.
Now, is he a Democrat or a Republican?
Afton.
Afton.
Yeah, listen to, she's a Democrat.
Okay.
She's called the AOC of Tennessee.
Okay.
But she was, darn thing about recordings is they're out there. This is how she feels about Nashville, where she would be.
I think I heard
been
this.
heavily involved with the Nashville mayoral race because I hate the city. I hate the Bachelorettes. I hate the pedal taverns. I hate country music. I hate all of the things that make Nashville apparently an it city to the rest of the country. But I've been heavily involved with the Nashville mayoral race because I hate the city. I hate the Bachelorettes. I hate the pedal taverns. I hate country music. I hate all of the things that make Nashville apparently an it city to the rest of the country.
How can she win? Now Nashville's blue. Nashville's a blue city.
Well, that was probably unfortunate, especially when she said she hates country music.
I know.
That wasn't good. Now, the Bachelorettes, she'll get a few votes just to say, I hate the Bachelorettes too. She's talking about the Bachelorette parties, and it's nonstop.
I know it is.
And they just
what are
coming.
those? I don't even know what that is.
Well, when you get married, you have a big party with your bridesmaids.
Right.
And you go somewhere sometimes, and they go to Nashville.
Big clusters of women.
And they got the party buses going
and like
all
the pontoon on wheels going down Broadway, and they all have the music blaring, and they're having a good time.
Well, it's a big party. Yeah, that'd be hard to. I don't know. It depends on who's running against her, Steve. I don't think. In some cases, you just vote your party. But if you think about the candidates, she definitely took a couple negative points from a lot of people there.
Oh, by the way, Zavran Mondami and Donald Trump got along swimmingly at the White House on Friday afternoon. Reporter asked, do you still think Donald Trump's a fascist? And Donald Trump grabbed his arm and said, just say yes.
Yeah, that's right.
It was so
Why
funny.
deny it? Why dance around it?
What did Mondami say? And then Mondami was interviewed over the weekend. Do you still think he's a fascist? He says, yes. He told me to say yes.
He told me to say, well, look, a combination of fascism and communism, it could work. I don't know. It's never been tried.
That's right.
It's never been
Well,
tried.
what did he say that warmed Donald Trump up so much, I wonder?
I don't know. I think he was just reasonable in terms of ways to make New York better. Plus, they both wanted to make a good showing. I mean, they're politicians now. And that was that could have gone either way. We didn't know what was going to happen.
No.
That was kind of I kind of thought the most likely thing, both of them are going to play it smart. And they seem to get along, actually.
Yeah, even though his left side had to be absolutely outraged.
Well, they
when
don't
got
agree
along.
with the way to go about things, but they said we just agree in the result, which is the whole thing.
But the Menominee people were mad that it was so cozy.
Well, they just wanted. They have this kind of attack mode that's always on, and it doesn't matter what you're talking about. If it's that person, attack.
Yeah.
But he just said he wanted to give us $1 million. No, he's a fascist.
That's exactly right.
So it's like, okay.
All right, here's an interesting question by a liberal.
Name one thing the Trump administration has done to improve the lives of average American citizens. Just one. Can you? Can you name it?
One thing Trump has done? One? Man, that's tough. I can't name one because I can name a whole list. First, securing the border.
Yeah.
Pretty important, because I'm sure women like Lake and Riley would have appreciated stronger protections. Second, no biological men in women's sports. Crazy concept, protecting women's rights by actually protecting women's rights. Third, ending DEI, where we go back to hiring based off of merit, not race. Fourth, inflation actually coming down. Fifth, tax cuts. Yes, please, I like keeping my money. I worked for it. I don't recall Uncle Sam taking a tag shift with me. 6 is a big one. No new wars. Peace, stability, diplomacy. Love that for us. 7, rebuilding the military, because it's nice when your country's actually strong and not what we've been doing for the last few years. 8th, the world respecting us again. 9th, trillions of investments coming back into the U.S. Jobs, economy, growth. Boring stuff.
I don't know what to say.
That's a good list. I couldn't rattle those off like
But
that.
I mean, that's a lot in 10 months.
No, I agree. I think that's the
Unreal.
way we want to go, and it's pretty. It's not like any kind of discovering a cure for cancer type of genius. It's like we can't have an open border. The guys can't play on the girls.
No, I know.
It's just obvious stuff that he did, but it's a big deal because we were going that way. You don't hire someone based on how they look. You hire them where they can do the job.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's DEI.
Yeah.
And so it's makes sense. And I can't believe somebody would say name one thing that has, because he's done plenty of things. And I'm sure that there's a list that you could point out to argue, here's 8 things I don't like. But still, you do have to look at both sides and not just because it's Trump, it's bad. That's what
I don't think we're capable. I don't think the people on the other side.
I think there's a small group like that, and then there's not a lot of pushback. And then the biggest problem in that regard is our media will just follow along. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it is. They will just toe the line.
Yeah.
And that's what's amazing to me because it's actually costing them money.
Ask me about Trump closing the border. I'll be their other side.
How can we have an open border? I'm so glad Trump closed the border, Steve.
Joe Biden had a secure border. You're a liar.
Well,
that's what you're.
Well, but we know better, and so that's
Mayorkas said the border's secure. I heard
I know it, and so
then they showed the video of the drones coming right across.
So did Pierre. The girl. So she was up there always saying it's a secure border.
Karine Jean-Pierre.
She also said when Joe went the wrong way, she also did say, no, he didn't.
Yeah, right. All right, here's Joe Rogan found this clip from this guy.
Trump is actually like one of the most impressive human beings I've ever witnessed in my life. You go from being nationally adored to having every single apparatus in the country weaponized against you. You run for the presidency in 2016, you beat a psychopath, then they Russia for 4 years, lambaste you with nonsense, use a fake virus as a Trojan horse to destroy you and steal an election, and then have some auto pen run the nation, do a whole bunch of stuff that is completely disadvantageous to your movement, knowing that you're going to win the next time, try to kill you twice, tear everything down, put up every single barrier, ban you from all social media, destroy you, try to put you in jail, 34 felonies, just shipping illegals into the country, just everything. And not only do you bounce back against all odds, but then you fulfill every single promise that you ran on your campaign trail and double down on all of it. This dude is a winner. God is with Donald Trump. That is the only explanation. God is protecting Donald Trump.
It is amazing.
Now, who was that?
Some guy.
Okay.
He posted on X, and Joe Rogan, who has 20 million listeners every week.
Was that Joe talking?
No, he found this guy.
Okay.
Posted it on his show.
Just wanted to get the record straight.
It's a dude with headsets and maybe basement playing video games.
Now, I don't think it was actually a fake virus, but other than that, pretty much, I think there was real shenanigans in the election denier. I don't deny there was an election, actually. I just don't think it was quite fair.
Yeah.
It definitely was an election. But no, it is an amazing story, and I don't know what more you could do, Steve. to stop the guy. I don't know.
No, I don't either. Okay, so here's Brandon Johnson, another shooting in Chicago. They had a Christmas tree lighting Friday night in Millennial Park, the Bean. I mean, it's right there. Yeah. Beautiful spot. 20,000 people there. 300 teens show up. Riot. 8 shot, 1 dead, 14-year-old kid. No. Good Brandon, grief. this is Brandon Johnson. This is not after the event. He spoke after the event about everything. But this is his philosophy on jailing people.
The fact of the matter is we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities.
Okay, so what do we do with that?
Well, I think you're going to have shootings because jails and incarceration is an unfortunate part of what you need to do to protect innocent people. And his solution of letting them run wild is, you can see what happened at the Christmas tree lighting.
Unbelievable.
That's hard to believe. They had 300
teens. And
wow.
they're all, that's one reason you shouldn't have a smartphone, because they're all coordinating via social media.
14-year-old boy killed.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's terrible. But
and you just heard the pop, 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 and everybody screaming and running and everything else. It happened after the actual lighting, but that's when they all came down there, and there's still a lot of people down there. And I told Diane last time I was at the Bean, I saw about 15 police car there, lights and everything. Then too.
Was it just a random, let's disrupt something? There was no kind of cause? It's just
when you get 300 teens these days, probably what, 75% have a weapon?
Okay. I got you. They just gathered together, and then the rest is history.
Yeah. Anyway, not good. Okay, before we get to some sports and a little weather with Greg, here's one thing. This is kind of random, but this is a woman talking about her oldest daughter leaving college. I think she makes some good points.
So my eldest daughter just graduated high school, and do you know what the guidance counselor never said, not one time? Hey, maybe look into the trades. Nobody at that school ever said, hey, you could learn to fix an air conditioner and be making 6 figures before your friends finish Intro to What Am I Doing with My Life 101. Why do we still treat the trades like it's what you do if you fail the SATs? Like knowing how to install a furnace is somehow less valuable than writing a 12-page paper on the symbolism in The Great Gatsby. And my daughter, she was spiraling because everyone around her was committing to these D1 schools like they were picking Hogwarts houses with majors like theater and sports business, that is. And she said, Mom, what if I don't know yet? And I said, congratulations, you're smarter than 90% of the people you graduated with. Most of these kids are going to change majors 4 times and graduate with a diploma in like vague enthusiasm, with a minor in Keystone Ice and seasonal depression. But they just push college like it's a golden ticket, like we don't already have 22-year-olds out here with $80K in debt and a full-blown identity crisis because they realize no one's hiring for a creative vision coordinator. College isn't bad, but acting like it's the only option is how you end up with a whole generation of people who can recite the Pythagorean theorem but can't change a tire.
Yeah, well, she's right. But Johnny, I think college is wonderful. I learned more about myself in college. But these days, with the cost of college, you have to have a discipline, I think.
Well, I think you do need to evaluate the value of what you're getting a major in.
It just can't be history.
And there's huge value to the social improvement and kind of learning about life, but kind of having this last kind of hurrah before you really do have to
do
start
something.
Being an adult. But they have a lot of coursework that is really hard to turn into a paying job, and you're paying a lot for it.
Yeah.
And so I think you could have college curriculum that address some of the trades in a big school. And then if you want to go into HVAC, what do you major in? Engineering? No, HVAC. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I got a job offer from so-and-so once I graduate. That kind of thing.
If you go into HVAC, you'll be making 6 figures by 30 years old.
Well, and that could be a degree. You could be an expert, start your own company. There's all kinds of things in the trades. But just what my point is, something that's got value for sure, tangible value in a job market. There are just too many of the, I was in liberal arts.
When you spoke at graduation at Cranard, Johnny, you were talking about when they kind of told you got to do something. What do you want to do?
Well, it was liberal arts. I had astronomy which I don't know. There's jobs there, but there's not that many. History of England, very interesting. Now I've had to probably take the academic route there. Entomology, serious job.
Bugs, and you
There's
dissected
work in
it.
that. Stop the mosquitoes.
You dissected a cockroach and kept the heart beating.
And I was just about to take the history of China and the history of England 3, but I got a letter and they said either declare a major or get out, because I was in liberal arts, which is extremely edifying. I mean, I was offended actually. I was offended in 75, which actually in 75 nobody cared that I was offended.
Right.
And so I declared engineering, which was a practical deal. I didn't think I could do much in medicine because I don't like blood. And then an attorney is always exciting to argue, but we can argue on the air and have fun.
Yeah.
And I don't have to go to court.
And what about civil? What would Dad say when you said civil engineering?
Well, he what did he say? Do you remember?
I don't.
Well, he told me that's a great field.
Mom told me
you'll have
he
to
was-
go see Dean Bonekemper and see if I could get in the college.
Okay.
I had good grades, so I thought it was okay. And then I'm walking out, and he goes, "And don't mention my name."
No, he played it by the book.
But my name's John Cacciatore, so I didn't have
Yeah,
to
that's
mention
right.
that.
Right.
And it would, to whatever extent there was influence, I don't think it hurt me.
No.
And they let me in, and I would I get a high grade point average? There wasn't any bronze tablet. It was
4.7 or
yeah,
something?
but they had a 5-point scale, so it would have been a 3.7 today.
Well, pretty
So,
good.
and
That's
it's,
civil engineering. That's amazing.
And it's a great college for
yeah.
engineering.
Yeah, and it's maintained.
Yeah,
Still
no,
tops in the world.
It's still our master's is number 1 in probably the world, and it's the top 3 or 4.
Amazing.
So we're doing good.
Yeah. All right, let's check sports headlines.
In basketball, after beating Long Island, number 8 Illinois will face University of Texas Rio Grande Valley at 7 o'clock tonight. Still some tickets available from us at ESPN 93.5, Parlor Donuts, and Jet's Pizza as you text in Illini 359-2255 if you want to be spontaneous and go see the game tonight. We were noting that UConn will be coming up at 11:30 on Friday, the 28th. Now, that'll be a good day to go to Pia's at 1609 West Springfield Avenue, because they've also got the Bears at 3 o'clock against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And, of course, the Bears beat Pittsburgh yesterday, 31-28. So fun to be present at that game at Soldier Field. The women's basketball team beat Florida State 86-63. And Gretchen Dolan with 25 points. In fact, 4 players were in double figures. A women's basketball team at 4-1 will face Western Kentucky at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Illinois volleyball took a loss to number 16 USC. Next up, Indiana at 8 o'clock Wednesday. Friday, Northwestern at 7 o'clock for senior night at Huff Hall. As we talked about earlier, and really don't want to talk about much again, Wisconsin beat Illinois in football 27-10. Next up is Northwestern. Now, Northwestern ended up beating Minnesota 38-35 over the weekend. They might have some momentum going into this game Saturday at 6:30.
But at least they're bowl eligible, so we don't have to worry about them being too motivated. But
Well,
they want to beat us. They want to beat us.
We need to get motivated and win a football
No,
game.
we do.
So
We have to beat them.
Congratulations to Unity Rockets beating St. Joe. What a hard-fought game. Congratulations to the Spartans on a wonderful season. 51-44 was the final.
Wow.
And ISU 4 o'clock on Friday against Byron.
By the way, that was a great game, St. Joe Unity. And
Neck
both
and
teams
neck,
just
back
kept
and forth.
coming back.
Just everything on the field.
All right, Tony Reitz, what are you going to do?
Well, I think-
Byron's tough.
He's going to be
What a
working on it.
coach. What a great guy.
It's going to have to be a few wrinkles that Byron won't expect. They're a really good football team. No one's really come close, I don't think.
The average Byron score this year is 50-8.
Ooh.
But
They've
truth
scored
is,
650 points this year and only given up 100.
And here's what I'll tell you. A, Unity has a team that can beat them. B, they're the probably only team in 3A that could beat them. Maybe St. Joe could have beat them, but you're gonna have to have a heck of a game plan and play the best game you've played, and we can do it.
Weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices who want a free evaluation. 217-352-0428 for Watts Copy System.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, vicinity. Well, areas of fog are back into play and some dense fog issues through the mid-morning hour. Pay heed to the advisories. Overcast skies, rain in some spots to the west and southwest late this afternoon, up to 52. Light south wind. Parity 2 steady rain for tonight. Areas of fog down to chilly 47 on the low. Tomorrow, little rain and fog early in the day. Mostly cloudy, mild though. Light west wind at 57. We will turn it breezy and colder tomorrow night as the night wears out. Low down to 32. And a windy, colder Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day Thursday. No more than a couple of snow flurries around both days. Partly sunny skies near 40 on Wednesday. Only mid-30s on Thursday. 34 on Friday. We'll start the day off in the upper teens. Complex weather system will bring increasingly messy weather, if you will, from a travel standpoint, especially to the north and west of Champaign. Saturday with temperatures to the middle 30s. Some rain and fog. A little freezing rain to the north Sunday at 42. And the rain changes back over to snow during Monday. Temps in the 30s and dropping. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm living under a cloud. I don't get out of bed. It started with my washing machine breaking down. I called a one guy in a truck repair service. Took them a week to show up. My condition worsened when the repairman ordered the wrong part. Things got really bad. Had to go to the laundromat. I knew I hit rock bottom. Then I found Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
I'm Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We have repair service clinically proven to be the fastest and most affordable in Champaign-Urbana. Side effects only come from not calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. These effects include personal frustration from failing to get laundry done, irritable spouse syndrome, and stinky athlete kids that can be noticed from across the house.
Thanks to Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, my cloudy days at the laundromat are over.
Let's say you decide not to repair the appliance.
Like the repair is worse than I thought?
If you decline the repair, you get $50 off a new appliance purchase.
Dick Van Dyke has me winning either way. I'm experiencing no side effects now, Paul.
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Celebrate the shortest day of the year on December 12th at the Anita Purvis Nature Center. Urbana Park District has their annual Winter Solstice celebration on the 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. Enjoy a roaring fire outside, guided walks through Busey Woods, crafts inside, snacks and music. Everything is free, but a sign-up is great just to have enough supplies. Call the Anita Purvis Nature Center at 217-384-4062 or sign up online at urbanaparks.org.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Hi, this is Ross Craig with Philo Exchange Bank. Do you need a loan? When it comes to personal or commercial lending, experience matters. Philo Exchange Bank is a different kind of bank with over 135 years of combined lending experience. Let us be your trusted partner. Unlike many other banks, our lending decisions are made quickly and efficiently within the walls of the bank.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Why visit Freedom Roofing for your roof repair or replacement? Just listen to what satisfied customers are saying.
Freedom Roofing was quick to respond, reasonably priced, and their quality was excellent.
They found an immediate issue, patched it on the spot, and later replaced our entire roof. We couldn't be happier.
For local, trusted roofing done right, visit freedomchampagne.com. or call 217-393-6000 today.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Further cracking down on Venezuela. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The U.S. will today designate a cartel led by leader Nicolas Maduro a foreign terrorist organization as the U.S. military keeps patrolling off the coast in a 2-month operation targeting illegal drug trafficking, blowing up more than 20 suspected drug boats, killing dozens of alleged narco-terrorists.
Reuters out with a new report saying covert action could begin soon inside Venezuela. This comes a month after President Trump authorized the CIA to conduct those operations. And here's from Reuters. 2 of the U.S. officials said covert operations would likely be the first part of the new action against Maduro. The options under consideration include attempting to overthrow Maduro.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson monitoring the situation in Trinidad and Tobago. There's optimism about a peace plan possibly to end the war in Ukraine.
What we all want to achieve is a durable and lasting peace in Ukraine, a sovereign nation, and the Russians never, ever willing to try to attack Ukraine again.
That's what NATO leader Mark Rutte just told Fox after progress over the weekend.
The US and Ukrainian governments say they've had a highly productive meeting in Switzerland, redrafting and revising a plan for peace.
I can tell you that the items that remain open are not insurmountable. We just need more time than what we have today.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The initial leaked plan was seen by some as so favorable to Russia. Secretary Rubio had to confirm it was authored by the US. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he'll keep working on proposals that strengthen his country.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Doge is apparently gone. The Department of Government Efficiency that ruffled feathers, making cuts, angering Democrats.
Instead of some posts on its account on Elon Musk's X social media platform, we haven't heard much from or about the Department of Government Efficiency for a while. It was set up in January with Musk in charge. The Reuters news agency reports Doge has apparently been disbanded with 8 months left on its contract.
That's Chris Foster. America's listening to Fox News.
Picture this. You're on a date. The conversation's flowing. The food is amazing. And then bad breath happens. And suddenly you're leaning back instead of leaning in. Your confidence gone. Or maybe it's a big meeting. You've got the pitch nailed. The deal is perfect. Coffee breath is doing all the talking, not the impression you want to leave behind. Gum and mints, most are just bad breath Band-Aids and fade fast, which is why you need to try Zellman's Minty Mouth, the functional breath freshener you swallow. Zellman's tiny dual action capsules are coated with a powerful, delicious mint filled with parsley seed oil, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders like garlic, onions, and it even takes down coffee breath for fresh, confident breath anytime you need to get close. Zellman's is only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Z-E-L-M-I-N-S, Zellmans.com. Use the code FRESH for 15% off your first order. Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
The Thanksgiving travel rush is almost on. AAA predicts a record number of us will go somewhere for the holiday. Nearly 82 million Americans. Most will drive. But for those who fly, tomorrow predicted to be the busiest day at airports. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem met with some TSA workers in Minneapolis who will get $10,000 bonuses for staying on the job during the government shutdown without pay that was delayed more than a month.
And covered responsibilities for individuals who didn't come to work.
Noem also announced a $1 billion nationwide upgrade to Transportation Security Administration equipment. She says the TSA modernization initiative is designed to strengthen airport safety and allow TSA workers to do their jobs well, accurately, and efficiently. Deborah Valentine, Fox News.
A reggae icon in Jamaica has died, Jimmy Cliff. His career spanned leading Cliff into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The The cover of that song was his most successful on the charts in the U.S. From the Cool Runnings soundtrack, Jimmy Cliff died at the age of 81. Another singer who topped the charts and won Grammys had a health scare.
Donald Glover has previously described his health issues as an ailment, but is now revealing that it was a stroke. Glover, who performs under the name Childish Gambino, had to cancel his 2024 tour as a result. He said during a show on Saturday in Los Angeles, his first time back on stage in more than a year, that he had experienced severe pain in his head and vision impairment. At a Houston hospital, a doctor confirmed the stroke. He says doctors also found a hole in his heart and he broke his foot, all of which required multiple surgeries. Glover says his medical setbacks reminded him to live life to the fullest, saying in part, quote, "You've got one life, guys, and the life I've lived with you has been such a blessing." Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before today's trading. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. For the third year in a row, Thanksgiving dinner prices in Illinois going down. The Illinois Farm Bureau said that turkey prices have dropped around 16%, just over $1 per pound. Other Thanksgiving staples like stuffing and pie crust also getting cheaper. Food experts say your best bet is to shop around your favorite stores and find the best prices on turkey. After a fire broke out last Wednesday at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church in Champaign, associate pastor now says he believes it was a targeted incident. The pastor said a rock found inside the church's entryway next to a shattered window. Millions traveling this week for Thanksgiving. It's expected to be the busiest travel period in 15 years. With all the extra people on the road, AAA says 81 million travelers will venture at least 50 miles from home between tomorrow and Sunday. In response, local law enforcement is stepping up patrols. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. 8:06. It is Monday morning, November 24. We're going to be here for the next couple of days and then a couple of days off here. One of us will be going to Pittsburgh. And Diane's at home, I think.
That's right.
I'm at home. And we have the family coming in. Excited about all that. Johnny's got his whole family coming in.
Fully recovered from your little bug there.
Yeah, I'm feeling way better. I was in bed all Saturday.
Oh, are you? Good.
And
good.
A little bit yesterday, but I'm good. I raked leaves yesterday.
Okay.
It was a great day to rake leaves.
Oh, it was. Boy, a lot of leaves, too. And Johnny, is Sarah and Drew here? Everybody else? Is everybody coming?
Everybody's here, Greg. The weather's not New Orleans like, but you know what? We'll be all right.
Pretty good.
Right. And it might snow Saturday. Is that correct?
I think Greg has something toward Monday, I think. Is that right? Kinda? Still there?
Know.
What happened? He disappeared on me.
Hello, Greg. We need you.
Yeah. There he is.
Hello.
There's suspense.
There, yeah.
Johnny just said,
is
it going to snow by the weekend? I think, and I said maybe Monday. By Monday is kind of what you were thinking.
I'm going to go with what Greg says.
Here.
We got Unity High School playing in the state championship on Friday in Bloomington. Normal, I guess, going to be 32 degrees or something, right? Man.
Yeah, going to be cold there. They'll start in the teens, and we'll start in the teens, but better on here probably now. But as close in as maybe Kankakee and on the I-55 corridor at some point over the weekend. So kind of ensuring weather pattern at that point. And then farther north and northwest, you'll get into that as we've been talking about here the past couple of weeks. The plains into the upper Midwest with the first volley of wintertime.
Okay, it's that time of year, my friends. Let's check your weather. Our ace meteorologist's name, it's Greg Solier. Sir, what say you?
And, nice to have a pleasant weekend around here, back into the low clouds and the fog and all that kind of stuff, and restricted visibilities at 3/16 of a mile at Willett and Savoy. They're at 38 now, 36 Rantoul. Danville checks in at 38, and in the lower 40s over at Peoria. We can get through the next few days. Not much of a big weather problem. The next rain system coming our way later on tonight, and a few sprinkles may evolve here later this afternoon to the west and southwest. Overcast after the dense fog advisory expires, up to 52. Not bad for the time of year. Down to 47 for tonight, and a mild day's worth of weather tomorrow. A little rain early in the day after the overnight rainfall, and high at 57. Then we turn windy and colder here late tomorrow night into Wednesday. Maybe a couple of snow flurries of the air Wednesday and Thursday, with highs of near 40 on Wednesday, just 35 on Thanksgiving Day. Partly sunny skies, windy, colder weather. As mentioned, down to 18 Friday morning, 34 the afternoon. And it'll be some snow, some mixed rain and freezing rain north and west of us here. And perhaps more likely that breaks out in the afternoon on Saturday. Some spells of rain Sunday, and that rain may change over to a little snow before ending Monday next week and back into another colder air mass next week after the mid-30s on Saturday and low 40s on Sunday, 30s and dropping early next week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, ESPN 93.5. I am Stevie J. There's Brother Johnny. There's Diane Ducey.
Happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Michelle Coster, married to Gary for, 40 years?
Our neighbors when I was 3 or 4 years
How in the
old.
world, what are the odds that Diane's sister-in-law went to Brother Johnny's birthday party at age 3? What are the chances?
And Diane, we used to all gather at another now unknown neighbor's house because they had the only television. At 5 o'clock, we could watch Popeye.
Okay.
Big deal.
It was like 15 or 20 kids
Nice.
from
Wow.
all over the neighborhood.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
And Johnny, we lived on Willis. You
Okay,
said we lived
gotcha.
on Hill.
Michelle's
that's right.
mom, Yvonne Coster, lived on Hill Street.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I was talking about.
Well, happy birthday, Michelle.
The only place I ever lived was at Adams and Jefferson and Philo.
Yeah, you're right, Stevie J.
That was my full-time
I remember
home.
bringing him down here from the hospital.
Yeah.
He was sleeping like a baby.
Nice.
In the basket in the front seat.
And I had hair, didn't I?
Yeah, and there were no airbags or seat belts.
Right, back then.
That's right.
And little Holly J is just doing so well.
Yeah, she's smiling, Johnny. And
That's
she's
Stevie's granddaughter.
second granddaughter.
A
And,
month old. I
yeah.
saw some posts about that. from
Josephine's
Grace
coming
and
to
Jake.
town, I think. That's his first granddaughter.
Yes, born in
My granddaughters
February?
will all be
January.
here.
January.
So I hope everybody's
You and
family's
everybody,
coming in.
yeah.
It's fun to
Yes.
do. And
And
it
that's
really
why
is a
I'm
great
hosting.
time.
My older girls have hosted Thanksgiving the past few years, but today this time it's going to be me,
All right.
me hosting back
Okay.
at the homestead.
Oh, your girls helping?
Yes.
There you go.
That's what we're doing, is all coming
Bobby
together.
and Beth have been plotting away here.
handing out duties and things like that.
Unity High School graduate Bethany.
Yes.
So
It's
she's
amazing.
here.
The odds of Bethany graduating from Unity High School, I think you had it a long shot.
It was probably like me picking 26 winners in a row.
Yeah,
67 million to 1.
Yeah,
Man.
Katrina hit, and they had to move here for a year.
And then her school was completely knocked out for quite until like February or so. And then so she went to Union High School senior.
Unbelievable.
And then she was manager of the football team, 13-0 that year before we lost the state championship game, and then she was cheerleader. Mm-hmm. So it was a great year, and I got to be a dad with my daughter in school with
That's
all my
amazing.
high school friends,
That's
which I
right.
never thought would happen.
Uh-huh.
And it was one of my best years, even though it was a rough time for the city.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, when do you know you're a PhD in golf?
I'm probably a PhD right now, Steve.
Okay, then listen to Phil Mickelson.
Okay.
And tell me how many of these golf thoughts you have.
Okay.
He's sitting with David Fetty.
Yeah, okay, fair to you.
Yes, I build a reference. So I hit the same shot over and over, building a 9-iron that goes 145 yards, let's say. Now that will vary based on temperature and altitude, and which will change with time of day and whatnot, as well as wind and those effects. But one of the things people will say is I hit my wedge, 120. Well, you might hit a 120 under certain conditions, but in the morning, ball's not going to go 120. Maybe in the afternoon when it's warmer and the ball heats up, but it's going to go 5 to 10 yards shorter in the morning. People don't factor that in. If you get a little bit of water in between the club face and the ball, people don't know, it actually increases spin, causes it to go shorter. The first cut always comes out 6 to 8 yards dead. If the grain is into you, it's going to launch and hit lower on the face, launch lower, have more spin. If it's down grain, the club slides a little bit quicker, you'll get more out of it. If it's sitting up on zoysia or off of a tee, always goes 5 yards farther with each iron based on the fact that the center of gravity is underneath the ball and it launches higher, a little bit less spin. All these things I have to factor in when I look at the lie. Okay, how is the lie and how is the ball going to come out relative to my 145 9-iron? Now, that's 10 off a stock, so I have a normal swing. Right. And then I have a second swing for every iron shot. And that's it's a little bit shorter backswing with the same acceleration. So I have a 145 and a 155 yard shot. What is the lie going to do? What's the temperature? What's the wind? How do I want the ball coming into the green? If you choke down an inch, 3 yards comes off of it. 1 degree aloft is 3 yards. So if you open the face a degree, that's 3 yards. So if I have a reference of 145, I want it to fly 142, I can choke down an inch. It'll come in a little bit lower, a little bit flatter, and release. Or I can just open it up and hit a little bit of a cut. That'll be 3 yards, but it'll back up. All these variables, like I'll process like that when I look at the lie and assess the situation, see what kind of grass it is, and those are the nuances that allow me to be so precise with my wedges.
Well, Steve, he's exactly right. Now, I think it's more like 3/4 of an inch, but he'll learn that in a few years by now. But no, I agree with everything you said, and I have found that there are a lot of variables.
Yeah, right.
Long story short, lots of variables.
I've never thought of anything like that in my life. Playing golf.
He has played a lot of golf.
He has played a lot of golf, but I had no idea the way it's sitting in the Georgia and if there's water on the club.
Right. The weather conditions, the different times of day, and
it's just what they think of is crazy.
Well, and plus, I got to tell you, one of those factors usually gets me. I never know quite which one.
Good point.
All right, let's go back to Tiger Woods' first golf tournament. He bright-eyed coming out of Stanford after 2 years. He'd made $45 million on sponsors before he hit a shot. Here he is, the famous Curtis Strange, kind of laughing at him, thinking, you really think you can win?
A victory. Do you think, to me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash, especially talking to the other guys on tour that have been out here for years and years and years, and
You mean the ones that swung easy on Sunday and it was no sweat to play 6,700-yard golf course?
Those are the ones.
Those are the ones. Yeah, and he's bright-eyed coming out, superstar, way better than everybody already.
An incredible amateur record, but what do you say to those guys?
Well,
when you come out here, you know what I'm saying, your
I
first
understand.
pro tournament, you say, I can win.
Oh, I understand that. I've always figured that why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win? There's really no point in even going. That's the attitude I've had my entire life, and that's the attitude I will always have. As I would explain to my dad, second sucks, and third's even worse. That's just a feeling
But
I
on
have.
tour, that's not too bad sometimes, though.
That's not too bad, but I want to win. That's just my nature.
You'll learn.
Curtis Strange was so wrong.
Well,
and he changed the sport.
He pretty much swung away, and but it did hurt him, and he had to switch it because that's what those guys were doing with their 75% is elongating their career.
Yeah, right.
And Tiger, he just went for it with everything he had. Well, it did affect him because his
body had
had issues. Then he got in an accident. But then,
right.
By the way, Nick did text in a bit of a different approach that I take from grip it and rip it.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. I think we all do that. Anyway, just the thought process. I remember.
I build a reference.
I saw a commercial, and Tiger was looking at the wind and everything. And after he hit the ball, it was like an extra yard too long, and he says, "I forgot the rotation of the Earth."
Yeah,
that's so funny. All right, Busey honored to be consistently recognized among the best banks to work for, a true testament to their organization's unique culture. For the 10th consecutive year, Busey Associates, American Banker Magazine, and Workforce Research Group has named Busey a best bank to work for. The survey and awards program identifies, recognizes, and honors the best places of employment among banks across the country. To determine the 2025 best banks to work for, Busey was nominated in a two-part process. First, they were evaluated on their workplace policies, practices, and demographics. Next, Busey Associates were surveyed on their experience, consisting of 75% of the total evaluation. Busey thanks their talented and dedicated associates for making this acknowledgement possible. From buying a home and saving for your child's education to planning for retirement and beyond, partner with Busey, named among the best banks to work for and best places to work in Illinois 10 years in a row. Call 800-67-BUSEY. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of their many convenient locations today. Busey for over 157 years, member FDIC. I remember I called you probably in 2001, Johnny. I was in Orlando, and the kids were flying in with Janet on your plane at that time, and we were on just a little place like Flight Star. And I said, Nathaniel, who was just getting into golf, the triplets are like 5 or 6. And I said, Tiger Woods flies in here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I looked at the door, and Tiger Woods walked in.
Yeah.
By himself. And
he had just got off his 727.
And he said, I'd seen him play golf that day, and I said, Tiger, you had a 66. Great round. I said, thanks. Anyway, took a picture with Nathaniel. And we still
Who asked if you would take a picture with my son? Who said that?
I asked.
I would think it was you, but I didn't know from Nathaniel.
No.
Yes.
But he's so good to him. He was so good.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. Well, areas of fog are back into play and some dense fog issues through the mid-morning hour. Pay heed to the advisories. Overcast skies, rain in some spots to the west and southwest late this afternoon, up to 52. Light south wind. Parity 2 is steady rain for tonight. Areas of fog down. It's chilly 47 on the low. Tomorrow, little rain and fog early in the day. Mostly cloudy, mild though. Light west wind at 57. We will turn it breezy and colder tomorrow night as the night wears out. Low down to 32. And a windy, colder Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day Thursday. No more than a couple of snow flurries around both days. Partly sunny skies near 40 on Wednesday. Only mid-30s on Thursday. 34 on Friday. We'll start the day off in the upper teens. Complex weather system will bring increasingly messy weather, if you will, from a travel standpoint, especially to the north and west of Champaign. Saturday with temperatures to the middle 30s. Some rain and fog. A little freezing rain to the north Sunday at 42. And the rain changes back over to snow during Monday. Temps in the 30s and dropping. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Federal Reserve Board Governor Christopher Waller revealing where he stands on an interest rate cut at the next Fed meeting. Speaking exclusively on Mornings with Maria.
The labor market is still weak and we're getting no evidence telling me it's rebounding, and despite what the jobs report for September said. So my concern is mainly the labor market in terms of our dual mandate. So I'm advocating for a rate cut at the next meeting.
And Bitcoin heading for its worst month as investors pull $3.5 billion from U.S.-listed Bitcoin ETFs so far in November. Last week, the cryptocurrency had its worst weekly loss since February. The Wall Street Journal reporting that Deutsche Bank analysts see several issues at play, including broader investor nerves and stalled regulatory momentum as the Senate considers the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
Hi, I'm Teresa Giudice.
I'm Clay Aiken.
I am Dre DeMatteo. Hi, everyone. I'm Jill Whelan.
Hey, everybody, it's Billy Baldwin.
It's Patricia Heaton.
Hey, everyone. I'm Nicole Palizzi.
It's Candace Bushnell.
Hey, everyone, it's Henry Golding.
Hey, everybody's Kevin Nealon.
I'm Ted Lange, and it's time to take the quiz. 5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford. Gail Ferks Trucking.
Well, this is some of the most stressful times in the office for Beth and Donna, or they're under the pressure of making sure that every driver is home for Thanksgiving, which they do. We like our drivers, so we make it a paid holiday for them on Thanksgiving to be home. And, of course, we have to service the customers, so some drivers do have to leave, that weekend. Some of them even deliver on Friday, but everybody is home on Thursday.
It's awesome. And you try it as a rule to have your drivers, men and women, home on the weekends normally, right?
That is the number one rule in operations is that drivers are home every weekend, because if they don't have a good family life and good home time, quality home time, they're not going to be safe and productive when they're out on their job.
Really great philosophy.
It's a difficult job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All good. Okay, Tim, how can people reach you guys?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. Reach me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4.
Chad Hoffman, Habitat for Humanity. Chad, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today, Stevie?
Good. You guys have a dedication tomorrow?
We do, right before Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
Tuesday night at 5:30.
Tell me what's happening. What do I do? Can I come?
Sure, of course you can come. We'll be up in Rantoul for our dedication. We wouldn't probably give the address over the air, but happy to have folks join. I'll send that to you off the air, and it's just a joyous occasion to get a family into a house and have them, they're going to have their whole family there for Thanksgiving.
That's wonderful. And they had to earn this. I mean, they don't get to stand by and watch you build a house.
That is correct. Yeah, they have to put in 300 hours of service.
Great.
A significant amount of that is on financial literacy, learning about home ownership and insurance, and then how to be a part of your neighborhood and home maintenance. So just a huge training component to our piece, but then they also have to help build their own house. So our homeowner's been up there multiple days hammering nails, and they were just up there on Saturday doing the clean out and getting it ready for Tuesday night.
How does one get that process started, Chad? Is it on the website that you have more details?
Yeah, we do throughout the year 6 kind of just pre-orientations, and then our application window opens typically in July. I think we're going to open it up a little earlier in 2026 in June. We'll open up that window just so we can get ahead of the curve. We're building more houses, which is great. So we need to select people a little bit earlier so we can get them through everything they need to do and everything we need to do to build a house.
How many people could you build a house for if you had all the money in the world?
Oh, well, so we've been averaging over 180 applications for 5 to 7 openings. So I'd say if people knew we could build 200 houses, we'd probably get that many applications and could do it.
Well, okay. So you've got the dedication tomorrow. You've got also Giving Tuesday will be on the 2nd of, is that?
December 2nd.
Next Tuesday?
Oh, my gosh.
A week from tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, we want people to give to Habitat for Humanity, and it's that easy to do so on the website.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing to remember with Habitat, because we do have our Restore that helps feed back into our mission, we believe in a hand up, not a handout as well, so that helps drive what we do in building houses. All of our administrative overhead, everything's covered by our other revenues, so any dollar donated from private donors goes directly to house builds. So that's helping someone in our community directly.
Such a great event.
And it's easy to volunteer for Habitat for Humanity, and it's easy to get that record done in case you're someone who needs service or community service hours and things like that, too. I love it.
Yeah, our Restore's always open for volunteers. We have a lot of volunteer shifts, and I see, some days we have 20 plus volunteers, it seems, here running around helping us keep things clean and organized and priced and merchandised for the community at large.
Yeah, my wife's favorite store, Habitat for Humanity Restore out there on what's the drive?
Glen Park Drive.
Glen Park Drive. I love the fact that you can walk in and see everything. It's just one level.
Yeah. And before you know it, you'll be having people wrap some gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing 12 Days of Christmas coming up, and that starts on December 5th, and we have 12 days. Every 12 days we're open through the 23rd, but on December 19th, 20th, and 23rd, we're gift wrapping, so anyone who buys their gifts anywhere in the community can bring them into the Restore, and we will wrap those for a donation.
Awesome.
Back to Habitat. So we have volunteers come in and wrap, and we have staff kind of help assist and get the wrapping paper and materials together, but it's a wonderful event and a way to bring community here. But some of the other events we're having, we held aside a lot of really neat, cool, interesting items that were donated here. So we're doing a huge white elephant event starting on December 5th, so you can come in and just pre-buy a white elephant gift for your holiday exchange, and there's always some fun things in those gifts that you don't even know yourself what's in them when you buy them. So
That's
it's kind of a fun way also to...
I've got 2 parties where you're supposed to bring something, and oftentimes you're passing the gift, so you need something that's kind of neutral gender appealing and things like that. So I love these ideas, Chad. With such a great team around you, too.
Yeah, we have a great team. We're fully staffed, which is exciting for us, and we actually have some of our team members here for 15 plus years now. So just to have that commitment to Habitat and giving back and helping the community has been tremendous.
Never gets routine to see joy in a house of a family that you dedicate a home to, right?
I'm sorry,
never gets routine. I mean, this must be joyful for you as well.
No, I'm excited about Tuesday night, and to hear the family being so excited to have their family there for Thanksgiving and to cook and everyone to be at that house and have her family together is
wonderful.
Just wonderful.
Chad, I'm a big fan. Chad Hoffman, how can people connect with Habitat for Humanity?
cuhabitat.org or 217-359-0507.
Hey,
thanks for all you do.
Lots of money coming in for you, I hope, Chad. Thanks so much for your time.
Yes, thank you, guys.
All right, you bet. It's Chad Hoffman, Habitat for Humanity.
cuhabitat.org.
Wonderful out there. Glen Park Drive, it's a big store, and they just got some real deals. You just got to go in a lot because new stuff comes in all the time.
Yep.
It's quite an organization. I know Jimmy Carter really liked it. I wouldn't actually. I've got a house. I wouldn't mind the class on finance, insurance, and home ownership.
There you go.
A little bit about the neighborhood.
8:30. Back in a moment.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump posting, "Don't believe it till you see it, but something good just may be happening." After Geneva weekend talks on ending Russia's war on Ukraine, Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
I think this was a very, very meaningful, I would say probably best meeting and day we've had so far in this entire process, going back to when we first came into office in January. But there's still some work left to do.
Even with hard terms on Ukraine, President Zelensky posting, "Thank you, America." Its ambassador praising U.S. leadership for finally forcing Russia to at least put something on paper. The FAA and Transportation Secretary Duffy hold an airport holiday travel briefing, and AAA advises worst times to drive Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon. The ShamWow guy running for Congress, a Texas Republican. Pitchman offer Vince Shlomo says he wants to be a woke buster and make America happy. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. After a fire broke out last Wednesday at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church in Champaign, associate pastor now says he believes it was a targeted incident. The pastor said a rock found inside the church's entryway next to a shattered window. Millions traveling this week for Thanksgiving. It's expected to be the busiest travel period in 15 years. With all the extra people on the road, AAA says 81 million travelers will venture at least 50 miles from home between tomorrow and Sunday. In response, local law enforcement is stepping up patrols. For the third year in a row, Thanksgiving dinner prices in Illinois going down. The Illinois Farm Bureau said that turkey prices have dropped around 16%, just over $1 per pound. Other Thanksgiving staples like stuffing and pie crust also getting cheaper. Food experts say your best bet is to shop around your favorite stores and find the best prices on turkey. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Gail Frericks Trucking.
Well, this is some of the most stressful times in the office for Beth and Donna, or they're under the pressure of making sure that every driver is home for Thanksgiving, which they do. We like our drivers, so we make it a paid holiday for them on Thanksgiving to be home. And, of course, we have to service the customers, so some drivers do have to leave, that weekend. Some of them even deliver on Friday, but everybody is home on Thursday.
That's awesome. And you try it as a rule to have your drivers, men and women, home on the weekends normally, right?
That is the number one rule in operations is that drivers are home every weekend, because if they don't have a good family life and good home time, quality home time, they're not going to be safe and productive when they're out on the job.
Really great philosophy.
It's a difficult job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All good. Okay, Tim, how can people reach you guys?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com. Reach me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Well, areas of fog are back into play, and some dense fog issues through the mid-morning hour. Pay heed to the advisories. Overcast skies, rain in some spots to the west and southwest late this afternoon, up to 52. Light south wind, parity to steady rain for tonight. Areas of fog down, it's chilly 47 on the low. Tomorrow, little rain and fog early in the day, mostly cloudy, mild though, light west wind at 57. We will turn it breezy and colder tomorrow night as the night wears out, low down to 32. And a windy, colder Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day Thursday, no more than a couple of snow flurries around both days. Partly sunny skies near 40 on Wednesday. Only mid-30s on Thursday. 34 on Friday. We'll start the day off in the upper teens. Complex weather system will bring increasingly messy weather, if you will, from a travel standpoint, especially to the north and west of Champaign. Saturday with temperatures to the middle 30s. Some rain and fog. A little freezing rain to the north Sunday at 42. And the rain changes back over to snow during Monday. Temps in the 30s and dropping. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right. It is 8:37. So Chicago Bears have won 8 of their last 9. They're in first place in the North Division of the NFC. The best record now belongs to the Rams. Boy, are they good.
Rams are just firing on all cylinders.
Did Devontae Adams go there? Devontae Adams.
Yeah, he's a recent
so
acquisition.
Good. And then Nakoa, wide receiver.
The whole thing. Well, McVay's, of course, he's got like 25 word plays. You can't even get the play.
It takes too long.
They had to take time out.
I saw that.
Yeah. Stafford is probably playing his best, out of 17 years, his best year ever.
It looks like he feels
he
great.
He's doing no-look passes.
I saw the little sidearm thing.
And he's looking in another direction because these backs are expert at watching the quarterback's eyes.
Yeah.
And when he's looking somewhere else, there's a guy wide open. He just flips it over to him. He's done that. I've seen that twice.
Rams rout the Buccaneers 34-7.
It was the halftime.
I thought that
31-7.
Todd Bowles, I didn't know what he was thinking when he had Baker Mayfield, who was having trouble throwing. He had him throw a Hail Mary. That was his last thing. And he collapsed on the ground. He had some kind of strain.
Left shoulder.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a right-handed thrower, but he had a left shoulder problem. And he threw it as hard as he could, and that was it for him. That was his last play.
Wow.
And it didn't even make it to the 20-yard line. and add an interception to his stat.
Oh, boy.
I just can't believe he even threw that.
Yeah.
Or to put Teddy Bridgewater in to throw it.
Teddy had a good year in New Orleans.
Yep.
All right.
Teddy's good.
Chicago Bear coach Ben Johnson in the locker room with his Bears.
Hell yeah! Man, I tell you what, it takes a village. It takes a village. And I'm talking about players, I'm talking about coaches, I'm talking about training staff, I'm talking about everybody in this building. Everybody. And here we are towards the back half of the season, and our depth is being tested. All right? It would have been so easy to walk. Man, how are we going to win this game?
They had a lot of injuries in game.
We got no linebackers. What are you talking about? We got no linebackers. How are we going to win this game? You guys don't bat an eye. Jonah Jackson goes down for a minute. Luke Newman steps up. Leo's down. Ozzie steps up. Man, I can keep going on and on and on and on. Man, breathe on in now. Breathe on in. Good, better, bad. Good, better, bad. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Good gets better. Any better gets better. Any better gets better. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bears.
I got to admit, I was distracted because in that shot, and I think I'm more distracted because of Johnny, but it was Kevin Warren, who's president of the Bears. He's the one who gave Michigan the Big Ten title at 14-3 when we were 16-4.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was the Big Ten commissioner.
Beautiful. Well, I'll tell you what. What's he doing now?
He's the head of the Bears.
Yeah.
I wish he was commissioner of the NFL because the Saints would win the Super Bowl. We're 2-9. Give it to him.
That's right.
I'd give it to him.
No, Kevin Warren didn't give a co-championship during COVID when Michigan was 14-3, better percentage totals than 16-4 by like 10.10.
I always emphasize that, and that's bad. That's bad. But they kind of decided on it because how are you going to figure it out? Well, they didn't get to play. Well, they got COVID.
Co-champs.
That's part of the,
just co-champs.
But here's the thing, Steve. We played them at Michigan. We played them head on head. It was
without Iowa to
I was embarrassed for Michigan. They wanted to go to the showers with about 7 minutes to go. Can we just go to the showers? They're killing us. And no, we win. We're the best team in the Big Ten. It's like, are you? And the other thing is, Juwan Howard shouldn't have even taken that banner. He shouldn't have. And I bet Bob Knight would have said, we didn't win anything. Illinois won that. I'm not even taking it. I bet you. Or maybe another.
So that's why I was distracted.
Yeah, I would have been. Thanks for doing that. And I could go on and on. And let's talk about some other Michigan things. Never.
Yeah, there's a long list to be sure.
Well, Northwestern took Michigan to the last second, and Michigan kicked a field goal.
Yeah,
to beat
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that kid, they have a kicker of Michigan. He kicked a 60-yarder in the first half and was long enough, but it was 1 yard right.
I'll tell you how bad it is for me. I'm probably cheering for Ohio State to beat them.
Wow.
Maybe. Yeah, that's close. That's a real close one.
Yeah, but I definitely, we have family that roots for Ohio State.
Yeah, and I do like Ryan Day, you know. And they're a solid team. They don't make mistakes.
They play Michigan. Plays a host to Ohio State this weekend.
Yep.
If Ryan Day loses that game, he's on the hot seat.
Yeah.
That'll be 5 in a row.
He's going to have to do some let's just say, clever oration to calm his fans. But he is definitely not on the hot seat the way they're playing. Good grief.
But last year, they were doing the same thing. 21-point favorite. Michigan came into Columbus, beat them. It was an uncomfortable feeling.
Well, it really was back then. But then they did win the national championship. I tell you what, if they lose this Michigan game, they'll crush everybody. Yeah. That'll be the end of it. They're just really good.
I don't think they'll lose the Michigan game. I think they'll beat them this time.
I kind of think you're right.
They're just good. And I think that former defensive coordinator, Matt somebody, for Bill Belichick that won how many Super Bowls, and then he had a head job at the Lions. It didn't work.
Was it Matt Patricia?
Yes. He's the defensive coordinator of Columbus.
No
Do you hear that Chip Kelly? Chip Kelly.
Oh, yeah, he's the offense. Yeah.
He's offensive for the Raiders until last night. Got fired. Got fired after the game. Chip Kelly.
Boy, those Kellys are having a rough year.
I know.
Brian Kelly down in LSU. They were chanting fire Brian Kelly.
I know.
But Chip Kelly was fired after the game last night, the highest paid assistant coach in football. $6 million a year.
Well, the Raiders are struggling, and I picked whoever they play.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I picked them.
Yeah, that's good.
But no, because Geno is just struggling. Geno Smith, I don't know if they
Pete
protect
Carroll,
him.
73. Is he going to hang in there for the Raiders? They fired their special teams guy last weekend.
Well, they're not doing well, and Pete Carroll's trying to build it to that Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know.
844 ESPN 93.5.
Mark your calendars for the 58th annual Turkey Trot Thanksgiving morning at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana. It's totally free, and the first 800 participants will get a ribbon. Registration at 8 a.m. The Turkey Trot steps off at 9 a.m. Gather near the lake house at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana for prizes to follow. It's a great way to start Thanksgiving. For details on the 58th annual Turkey Trot, visit urbanaparks.org. Urbana Park District, you belong here.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
You can always reach us on the Fisher National Bank text line. Also call us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line, 217-359-2255. Diane's got some sports.
Yeah, Johnny was at the Unity SJO game, and the Rockets came out on top 51-44. Over 2,500 fans, they say.
No, I think there was.
It's a beautiful day.
Did not count them, but I think there was at least as many Unity fans as St. Joe fans. Mm-hmm. Really great
at
atmosphere.
Dick Ball Field.
And, it's a good rivalry, but actually went very, very friendly. There was no real issues that I was around.
Right.
And St. Joe did everything they could to accommodate us.
That's awesome.
It's just not quite set up the way I would like to see. A little more seats up high enough. They're all along the fence.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, we got Byron now at ISU. Since we're in Rocket Nation here in downtown Philo, they're keeping the banners up, and they've got the Christmas decorations coming up, because coming up on Sunday is the parade for everybody at 5 o'clock here in downtown.
Yeah, we're here in the inner city watching them put up the decorations.
That's right. So it's kind of a pretty scene. Illinois basketball over LIU on Saturday. That final was 98-58. Now we've got University of Texas Rio Grande Valley at 7 o'clock tonight. And keep in mind, UConn will be in New York City 11:30 on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Illinois women's basketball at Florida State yesterday won 86-63. And Gretchen Dolan had 25 points, 4 players in double figures. Illinois women's basketball 4-1 on the season. Western Kentucky up next Wednesday at 6. Illinois volleyball was beat by number 16 USC. Now we're going in hosting Indiana at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. On Friday, we've got Northwestern for senior night at Huff Hall at 7 o'clock. Wisconsin over Illinois in football, 27-10. 248 yards and a touchdown from Luke Altmaier. I don't know how he squeaked that out. It seemed like he was getting sacked all the time.
He got hit a lot.
Was it 8 times?
He got hit a lot and sacked quite a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just, I don't know.
Now we got Northwestern coming up at Saturday at 6:30 after they beat Minnesota 38-35. The Bears were fun to watch yesterday at Soldier Field for me, Diane Ducey. 31-28 was the final. Green Bay over the Vikings 23-6. Kansas City took down the Colts 23-10. Tonight, Carolina's at San Francisco.
Yeah, the Chiefs, who people think, okay, they're not going to make it. I don't know. They got to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving, so only 4 days off.
And Dallas is hot off that come from behind against Philly, but I don't know. I think I don't know. I got to pick, and Steve, I
just
don't
on
know
a
who
roll.
to pick. I don't know who to pick.
Uh-oh.
I think I got to go with that championship DNA that's somewhere in the back of the Chiefs' mind.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So,
but Dallas played pretty well yesterday, that's for sure, and they're not out of it.
They don't have that championship DNA, though.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
okay.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
Illinois Northwestern, point spread?
Boy, I don't know. 2? I'd say we're giving them, boy, I don't know. 2.
I'll give you the answer next.
Hey, everybody, it's Jay Lehman, former Final Illini linebacker, All-American. When I moved back to town last year, I needed brand new appliances for my renovated kitchen, and I looked no further than Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Unprecedented products, unrivaled service. I love their protection plan, and so will you. Visit them at appliance-world.com or at their physical location on Neal Street by Interstate 74.
This holiday, give the gift that lasts all season long. Cardinals ticket packs are on sale now, starting at 5, 6, and 10 games. All packs include 2026's top games and favorite giveaways. Backed by popular demand, choose from the opening day pack or the bobblehead pack. Check out the Cubs pack, weekend pack, or apparel pack. There's a pack for everyone. Find your perfect gift right now at cardinals.com/tickets.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Hey, Illini fans. Fall is in the air, leaves are turning, and it's tailgate time. Bring on the Jets Pizza and Wings. Get a one-topping large Jets Pizza, code LJETS for just $16.99, and then wing it. Add an order of Jets Wings for just $6. Use code WINGIT. Be the hit of your tailgate party and wing it. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
This holiday season, Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is once again giving the gift of heat.
That's right. Lands is giving away a brand new Train furnace to a family in need. And thanks to our friends at Holt Supply, we'll also provide a new water heater, so the winning family has reliable heat and hot water all winter long.
Do you know someone who could use a little extra comfort this winter? Nominate them today at landsinc.com. But don't wait, nominations close November 30th.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. Well, areas of fog are back into play and some dense fog issues through the mid-morning hour. Pay heed to the advisories. Overcast skies, rain in some spots to the west and southwest late this afternoon, up to 52. Light south wind. Parity 2 steady rain for tonight. Areas of fog down to chilly 47 on the low. Tomorrow, little rain and fog early in the day. Mostly cloudy, mild though. Light west wind at 57. We will turn it breezy and colder tomorrow night as the night wears out. Low down to 32. And a windy, colder Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day Thursday. No more than a couple of snow flurries around both days. Partly sunny skies near 40 on Wednesday. Only mid-30s on Thursday. 34 on Friday. We'll start the day off in the upper teens. Complex weather system will bring increasingly messy weather, if you will, from a travel standpoint, especially to the north and west of Champaign. Saturday with temperatures to the middle 30s. Some rain and fog. A little freezing rain to the north Sunday at 42. And the rain changes back over to snow during Monday. Temps in the 30s and dropping. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
Hey, KO, is it a good thing to be ranked, or would you rather be the underdog?
Oh, it's better to be ranked. You can't just look past the next opponent, though. Coach sees to it that nobody gets overconfident. On the other hand, it's a big deal taking down any ranked team.
I get it. When somebody comes into our store, we're sure we can take care of them, but we don't assume the deal just because Good Vibes has ranked #1 in the People's Choice Contest again.
Speaking of ranked, what's up with Sony? Bravia 5, 7, 8, or 9?
In Sony's lineup, 3 is backlit, 5 is mini LED, 7 is brighter mini LED, 9 is the best mini LED, Bravia 8 is OLED with better viewing angle and black level, and the 8 Mark II is the hybrid panel that won the King of TV award again.
That's a lot to keep track of. And that's just Sony.
Good thing I don't have to keep track of run versus pass, shedding blockers, and tackling without getting flagged. I think I'll stay in my lane.
Good plan.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Okay, so fog and automatic
for a
lights.
roof you
Hold
could count
on.
on?
Fog and automatic lights don't work.
That's right.
You got to make sure your lights are on to be seen. As my driver's instruction guy said, it's not to see, but to be seen.
That's right. And thanks for the text, Chris, at 359-2255.
Okay, Johnny, and then the Northwestern Illinois football spread. Illini giving the Wildcats 7.
Okay, well, I'm glad we have that kind of respect now. Let's go live up to it. Let's
That's
go get
right.
those Wildcats.
And I'm just saying, you're going to come out there and it's not going to be a ton of people. It's just timing. Students are gone for break, everything. So,
well, I'll take a little pressure off. They can just focus on just kicking those Wildcats' rears.
They've got to do that.
Man, I could go. When I played, I iced a 48-6 victory
against Northwestern.
Yeah.
All right, same
Maybe
thing.
I
think suit it up.
I should have at least a year left. I know I got a game of eligibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Johnny, for being here.
All right, enjoy the day.
Thank you, Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J, and we will meet tomorrow on the radio. Have a great Monday.
Habitat for Humanity provides a unique opportunity for hardworking people and families to build their own homes.
Clear out the clutter and make a difference by donating to the Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County Restore. Your gently used furniture, appliances, and home goods help build homes, community, and hope right here in Champaign County. Drop off donations behind the Champaign County Restore at 1914 Glen Park Drive or schedule a free pickup for qualifying items. Visit cuhabitat.org or call 359-0507. Your clutter changes lives. Donate today.
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
Honey, can't wait for you to see your Christmas present this year. It's gonna be great.
Well, hope it's better than last year.
The diamond necklace with the matching earrings?
Read the room, honey, and that room is our kitchen.
I'm listening.
Here, listen to Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hello.
He's here?
It's Black November, and the sale prices at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World are perfect for the holiday season.
Paul, we need a kitchen.
GE Profile Kitchen Package deals are $720 off with rebate, plus a free 10-year protection plan.
Now that's a gift that keeps on giving.
For 10 years.
And I'll see it more than my diamond necklace.
Paul, how about a laundry pair?
Oh, honey, now you're talking.
Electrolux front-load laundry pairs with pedestals are starting at $1,300 off with rebate.
With these savings, I can still get that new set of golf matching diamond bracelet.
Oh.
Looks like my job here is done.
Paul, one other thing. Do you gift wrap refrigerators?
Wow.
Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for a roof you could count on? Call Freedom Roofing. Locally owned and proudly serving Central Illinois. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing or even siding, Freedom Roofing gets the job done right. With over 280 5-star Google reviews, you know you're working with a team you can trust. Quality work, honest prices, and service that stands tall, just like the flag we fly. Visit freedomchampaign.com today. Freedom Roofing, built on integrity, powered by pride.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these orange comfort clubs and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.